Illinois will kick it off to get us underway. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. So Ohio State's return team didn't help matters out much with that one. The Buckeyes obviously enjoyed the upper hand historically in this battle for the Illibuck.
And the Illibuck trophy is actually the second oldest football trophy in the Big Ten, only behind the Little Brown Jug, Palmer. So this is some serious tradition. I don't know what the trophy is. I don't know what it's supposed to look like. It looks like a turtle to me, but I don't know the significance. But this is a rivalry game.
It's a pretty cool-looking wooden turtle, I'll say that. And that's saying something, Pollock. How about that? A history lesson from you. Anyone that says that this football game's not educational, they just don't watch us enough.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
Afterburners coming. The 40. The 20. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down in your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
So the Illinois Fighting Illini now go on offense, and they'll have it for the first time. And not only is this guy the energy and the engine of the offense, there's a certain charisma that he has that sort of elevates everyone around him.
He's got a moxie about him, Reese. Just seems like when he's in the huddle, he's got 10 other sets of eyeballs looking at him and believing in him to lead this offense down the field towards scoring points. This guy is a leader in every sense of the word.
Illinois right back to the line. Looking to pass on second down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense got it. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defensive touchdown. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. They're just about to kick it off after that scoop and score 6. From inside the 15, here comes a return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. This rivalry more than a century old, with the Buckeyes dominating most of the time, guys.
And just think about that. All this time, these Ohio State and Illinois fans have been talking about and looking forward to this rivalry. To your point, absolutely. Ohio State, more often than not, has been on the winning side.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up?
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He makes a grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover, you get it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Up and over Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it, a lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
And he takes this, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Almost a disaster on that return, but they jump on it, and they'll maintain possession. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You got to execute and you got to lock in.
Right back to it. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 21.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Illinois offense returns to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll bring it back. It's Cameron. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Quick toss. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Sanders. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
They're going to get him for a safety, trying to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. On the move, it's Smith. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Looking deep. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Oh, look out. Past the 20. 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And these offenses offense is getting a rhythm. They're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From inside his own 15, looking for room, and the returner is stopped. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. The Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive of the game.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions that you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Handoff from the gun. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. The trophy that the Buckeyes and Illini play for, the Illibuck, guys, is a giant wooden turtle.
Imagine that, man. You're having to put your trophies in a water tank and feed it. It's probably the only trophy that ever had that ability. It's incredible. It was nurtured. Maybe a little bit different story now, David, but that is pretty cool history, Bruce.
Yeah, and I guess you really only need one turtle every 100 years, so the trophy's not expensive. I guess you just got to take care of it, and every year you pass a live, living animal. That's why they changed it.
Leaves it with the running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Cameron. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. On the option. He'll pitch it. Off he goes. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the route is on. Buckeyes starting to pull away from this one, and Illinois is in trouble.
First of all, we all know Ohio State's the more talented team. Every time they play, Illinois knows that going into. They need things to go right. Not everything going right in this rivalry game. The wheels are starting to come off, Palmer.
Yeah, you're right, David. This game, this is really Illinois' national championship. Ohio State's expected to win, but you're never sure what their headspace is going to be coming into it. They came in here locked and loaded and focused, and they're showing it here in the second half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Coming out with it, it's Townsend. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Final play of the quarter coming. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the tight end. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. The score, Ohio State 51, Illinois.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Off the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. So they'll try to salvage this drive on 2nd and long from the 12. He's looking to throw. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's...
He's loose. He's at the 40, the 20, the 10. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. Lining up to add another. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Well, to call this an abject disaster for the offense would be an insult to abject disasters. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their...
North Texas will kick it off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. And there he is, a man who makes an entire stadium hold its breath every time he touches the ball, Jesse.
This defense better have a lot of breath in this game, too, because he gets better as they get.
And the defense is going to get 2 for the safety. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. So North Texas offense has the ball for the first time. And here comes their leader, Jesse. He just has a way of elevating everybody's play.
And he's a point guard, too. So good at distributing the football, finds the open guys, and he makes this offense go.
Makes it go, and just, you can trust him. Everything is available. But you're not playing with one arm behind your back. You got all guns blazing.
Gonna run it. It's Acha. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. North Texas in the hurry-up. Out of the shotgun on third down. He's right on target. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Bringing it back, it's Cameron. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Makes it past the marker. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter.
North Texas 2, Ohio State.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Jordan. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards.
And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Wide out in motion. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You want to end the play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
Looking for a block. It's Cameron. Spins away. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And the Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Will return to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
I agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. North Texas in the hurry up. They give it to him again. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well.
North Texas will have to punt it away. He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's
open runway ahead. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get it.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Ohio State 14, North Texas.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They'll try to add another to their lead. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20. Just needs a crack to get a return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, and this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited.
Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the pummeling has started. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
He'll bring it out. It's off chop. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. They'll start this drive with a pass. Unloads to the wideout. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And that's just a flat misfire. Not even close to his receiver.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. North Texas will have to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. On the return, it's Cameron. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Dropping back, it's Sanders. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Makes the grab, gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play. Not much feels better to an offense than to get some breathing room with an explosive play like that. Now 1st and 10 from the 39. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of the big play, covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. From inside the 15, here's the return. They stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes.
Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. From inside the 10, here he comes. The Buckeyes offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. And there he is, the man, David, that they build this entire attack around.
And it's so nice to have a guy that makes everything easy for the people around him. The quarterback plays better because the feature is clear who that is.
And we all hold our breath every time this guy touches the football. He's able to take it the distance on any given play.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And now on second down for this offense. They'll run play action. Trying to get behind the defense. Reels it in down the left side. Running toward the tape. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. To go. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Notre Dame's offense will take the field for the first time. All the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense, always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Grab behind the line. It's Jones. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
They'll try to find a more productive play this time on 2nd and long from the 14. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Coming after it. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
You know, when you go down personnel package, you've got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
The Irish send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. On the return, it's Cameron. And the returner will be brought down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Nice move there. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 7, Notre Dame.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on 4th. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here come the Irish back on offense. running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Jones.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there. He knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Feeling some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
How about the aggressive play calling? I love aggressiveness, bringing the free safety down, blitzing him. You could tell completely disrupted the offense. They didn't know how to handle it. Free safety chases the QB, gets him on the ground.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Looking for a block. It's Cameron. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, big juke to get past. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Back to throw, it's Sanders. He rifles one deep to the left. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. They're just about ready to kick it away.
Sets a kickoff.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Handoff to the lone back. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And they sniff that draw out. With a draw, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field. But the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
Oh, and you'd love to have that play back if you're that defender. Third down, and you almost pick that off. That's a catch you need to make. If he catches that, that might be pick 6.
He gets it away from his own end zone. He gets a block. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And the big fella, usually blocks, but has a nice little run and met by the strong safety. He's called the strong safety for a reason. Those guys are, oversized safeties that are really strong. They're usually strong tacklers. Did a good job getting the big fella to the ground. Just gave up a little too many yards.
On the move, it's Jordan. Oh, what a move! Gets away from one, finds room. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the punishment has been extended.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. The kickoff team out there getting set. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 28, Notre Dame 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. Strong, firm tackle.
And it's always interesting when you get into this garbage time, and if it really matters or if it doesn't. And depending on who you talk to, it matters. But that's a big passing play. They just needed a lot more of those in this football game so they could score some points, because this offense, it was a disappointing day.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. 4th and 1 is one thing, but 4th and 2, sometimes the coaches sort of chicken out at the last minute. Not this time. They go for it and they get it.
I don't disagree. Just that 1 yard does make me think a little bit more. But, dude, I'm going for it.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
Dialing up a second down pass play.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Pocket starts to collapse. The Irish send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Running it back, it's Cameron. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team
The Rainbow Warriors will kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. So Ohio State will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Looking to throw, it's Sanders. He's going to let it go. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he got loose, it was all over. What a quick start for this offense, putting up points on the first drive.
And that's got to feel good, Reese. You've been practicing all week. You've been practicing against the looks you were anticipating to see from this defense. You get those looks, you're able to come out, you run the ball, you throw the ball, and this offense right now is in a groove.
And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. So Hawaii's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And here comes this quarterback. When he takes the field, he brings a certain swagger and charisma out there that not only the entire team, the entire stadium seems to feed off of.
You can feel it. It's different. It's special. Guys like this don't come around very often, but he makes the whole team better, but the belief is strong because he continues to make plays and be there for his team every time they need it.
The give to the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Rainbow Warriors decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Running it back, it's Cameron. Slips through the line. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Can anyone catch him? At the 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Rainbow Warriors send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Here's the punt, and he's done better. Not much on that one. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Back to pass, it's Sanders. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. A shot toward the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. They're lining up to boot it away.
Set to advance on the football.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half.
That's the end of the first half.
up and ready to go for a great second half ahead.
Set to kick this one away.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go temp.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball.
Close to the end zone, and the ball's out. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Yeah, and you run a play that's conservative, and you're going to hand the football over, and you think nothing bad's going to happen. And, man, if he doesn't just cough it up, terrible timing. You get inside that 5-yard line ready to make a play, score some points, and instead the defense recovers the football.
Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Motion from the offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
To the air, it's McCown. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. Fields the punt and looking for daylight.
Return is brought down at the 49. And your Ohio State Buckeyes will take
Here comes the
over.
Ohio State
First and
offense
10.
onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
They'll go to the ground. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Right back to the well. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled.
Touchdown, Ohio State! And the beatdown has ensued. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of.
It's another safety. Can you believe this? Second of the game.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week of practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. Makes the catch at the 35. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The best way this offense can say thanks for that 2 spot is by following it up with a score of their own, David.
Really fun when your defense does that. When they get you back the football and they score some points, Palmer. Put those points up on the board. Usually brag about it, especially defense.
And he breaks into the open. He's inside the 40, the 20. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. To the air, it's McCown. They're bringing him all bottled up, and now the ball is free. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Yeah, that seems about right. Defensive touchdown. Absolute catastrophe for this offense. What a play by the defense there. Loose football, country fumble, pick it up with room, scoop, and score.
No doubt, country versus city. When it's a country fumble, nobody around. I got to pick that puppy up and do some damage with it. Nice job seeing the situation, scooping it up, making a play.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll start this drive firing. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Yeah, this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They're trying to get to him. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark. And the Rainbow Warriors will punt this one away.
At the 19-yard line. Brings up fourth down.
He'll bring it back. It's Cameron. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. So the Ohio State Buckeyes return team didn't help matters out much there. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him. I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too. I swear, when you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're going to split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
They'll throw it on first down. Oh, he wants it all. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Using his legs, it's Jordan. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Now the defense will try to rise up on third and short from the 21. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Rifles it down the middle. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on fourth down in their own territory. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Short fields make successful offenses, just what they want here. Looking to go up top on first down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. As they come over the football 1 minute to go here in the first. Dropping back, it's Daniels. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the Silver Bullets, guys flying around, giving great effort and getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position, and right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make a play.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Just drives it between the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations, David.
It's always exciting when you can go for it.
Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 40, the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
How about the quarterback there, buying a little bit of time, a little Houdini act, breaking the tackle, breaking the sack. Maybe now you want him to get his eyes back downfield and try to make a play, but the pressure definitely sped him up and forced the incompletion.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Makes a move. Just enough time for one final play in this half. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. He's going for it all. It's complete. A huge pickup. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And how about the offense being aggressive, willing to drop your quarterback into the end zone? If he gets tackled, it's a safety, gets the ball out, and the receiver does the rest. 98 yards to the house. What an explosive play.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other and you get some motivation, you need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Rainbow Warriors want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. And the Rainbow Warriors will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On the move, it's Cameron. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that. Lets it fly. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a gap. It's Jordan. And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They get to him as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Looking for room at the 25. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Fast motion from the offense. To throw, it's Sanders. Looking for a deep man. He caught it. And the defense couldn't corral him, and they took it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver. And it'll be 2nd down.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's going up top here late in the game. And that pass is intercepted. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Backed up deep in their own territory on 2nd and inches. Moving past the 25. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the stomping has commenced. On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
For this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks at this juncture, and I know.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And it's so hard when you know it's a passing situation. The defense knows that they can pin their ears back, and you got a lead. This offense has no answers right now.
After this, it'll be a wrap. From his end zone, he'll go up top. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the grab on the left side. All kinds of running room. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
Man, you talk about flipping the field in a hurry. Maybe you're thinking run the football, create a little space for my offense. No, they're taking shots